Welcome back, winners, as we brave the crowds in DCA today for Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. Fantastic. On this episode, we are going to try just going in for the steak. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Did a little bite here with the pickled onions and little, like, looks like baby cilantro and that red salsa down in the bottom. Oh, ooh, that red salsa hits. So some tips and tricks. That is the line after you get your sip and savor pass. Boop. Then you have to go in there and actually place your order. And if you saw this video right here, you know that you can go ahead and pre-order everything all at once, and then you only have to wait in the pickup line, which at this point is about half as long as the order line. So that should save you half the time throughout the entire day if you go ahead and pre-order. First on the list, ramen mac and cheese from Peppers. That is mac and cheese topped with fish cake, a furikake crumble, green onion, and with a little side of chili crisp on a classic Disneyland dining room table, the trash can. Alrighty, threw on a little of the chili crisp. Cheers, winners. Oh, that furikake crumble was good, and that's got a little garlicky kick to it. The chili crisp is actually spicy. That's good. Oh yeah. I love that the chili crisp was on the side, so you can actually sort of customize the spice level on this. And as you can see, I added some extra. Next up, the carbonara pizzetta from LA Style. That's a white cream sauce pizza with a black pepper drizzle, smoked bacon, and it looks and smells delicious. It's tiny, but it smells good. All right, going in for a bite. Oh, it's hot. Nice. Bacon, really pronounced, smoky, good. Very black peppery, creamy. That's pretty tasty. For the record, that was tasty. That was cheesy and very peppery. It's still kind of lingering on the tongue. It was small, but it was piping hot. That is the hottest thing I've ever had at Lunar New Year or Wine and Food Festival in DCA, temperature-wise. And it was a little spicy. There is some sneaky little seating around here behind LA Style. But let's go get into the rest of these crowds and see what's up. For the record, Mama couldn't make it today. I am not eating. I am not finishing all 8 of these items. Not a chance in the world. Just kind of a sample and to show you guys what's going on. But check out this sea of people. Sunday, March 8th, I think. This is only the 3rd day of Food and Wine, and they are here for it. Oh, and like I showed you, you can pre-order all the items. You could get 2 8-pass sip and savor 8 passes and order all 16 items at once if you wanted. It does not count towards alcoholic drinks, but it does count towards the non-alcoholic drinks and all of the food items. There are, however, some food items that are not actually at the booths here up and down the main thoroughfare in DCA. And you have to order those directly at their locations. They are scattered throughout the parks at different walk-up fast food eateries. And there's one in particular that I've had my eye on for a minute that I cannot wait. That'll probably be last. I've got the Gruyere sirloin mac and cheese from Garlic Kiss, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that since I literally just had mac and cheese. Next on the agenda will be California Craft Brews and their chicharron nachos. Let's see what that's about. Next on the agenda, the chicharron nachos. Those are pork chicharrones with cheese sauce, salsa verde, chorizo, and tomatoes. She advised that I shake this up first. I will caution that it does not look nearly as appetizing once it has been shaken. All right, here we go, gang. Okay. Good Mexican flavors. A little tangy. a little squishy. I'm not sure. Jury's a little out on this one. All right, I take that back. Once you get down in there and actually bite into the chicharron, definitely a little crunch to it. That is spicy, man. Okay. It's a scorcher today in relative terms, considering it's the first week of March. It's over 80 degrees, and walking around on this concrete, it's even hotter. Finding a shady spot, well, just as I speak, there opens one up, too. Has proven so far, until immediately right now, to be difficult to sit down and enjoy these things. I've had to either use trash cans or just stand. That's the darn it with rolling solo, is usually I would have Mama camp out, scalp us a table, and then one of us would just run back and forth and pick up the items and come back. But I don't have that option today. Only 3 items in, and I am not eating all of this food, like half maybe. And I'm already starting to feel full. I've got 5 more to go. Set up for some demonstration stuff. Next on the menu, Cluck a Doodle Moo for the
we did go on Spider-Man, you're right.
asados, chicken and skirt steak. The asados, because it comes with both chicken and steak, Spanish rice, salsa verde, kind of like a little mini taco, and a little baby chicken leg. Let's give her a go. Alrighty guys, let's give this a little go. It's got like some grilled veg and Spanish rice, a little sort of street taco-y thing. I'm not gonna eat the tortilla, I think, just going in for the steak. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. That is unbelievably tender and delicious. That steak melts in your mouth. That was incredible. Wow. I'm not usually a big Spanish rice fan. Good. Tomatoey, tangy, tasty. Little the green salsa on the steak there. Oh, that's a proper salsa verde. That's pretty darn good. I like that. A little bite of chicken here. I think it's chipotle chicken. It's tender. It's warm. And this is, I'll pick you up here real quick. That's a huge meal. That's a portion. I mean, that's a freaking lunch right there. That is right darn tasty. I'm not gonna eat it all, but I am gonna get into this one a little bit. I gotta tell you, be honestly, this was one item that I was most on the fence about, because steak at any of these Disneyland quick service sort of walk up places can be hit or miss. That was a hit for sure. That was good stuff. I did have to bust out my cooling towel. It is getting hotter. I swear they said it was only going to be 80 degrees. It feels hotter than when we did that record-breaking temp run last week. So far, the Cluck a Doodle Moo is the winner. That skirt steak was absolutely amazing. I just ducked over into a little side table corner to kind of check my map and get my bearings to pick which order I want to get the rest of my little snacks, and ran into a couple that was eating the same thing, and they were just as blown away by that skirt steak as I was. But they told me that the torta abogada, which is what I'm going to next, is their favorite so far. The one thing that I'm holding out on, the last treat of the evening, they had read mixed reviews and said that a lot of people said it wasn't very good, so I got my fingers crossed. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Mercado de Antojos, not de Amigos. And I am here for the torta abogada, braised pork carnitas and frijoles charros with pickled onion and salsa, like a wet Mexican sandwich. There we go, guys. The torta abogadas, carnitas, salsa, pickled veg. Looks like a little sour cream, and it's kind of floating in a red sauce. Like I said, that couple said this was their favorite thing. Let's give her a go. Alrighty, here we go. All right, that's good. The pork is unbelievably tender, like low and slow stewed tender. Delicious, creamy. The bun is nice and saucy and wet. This one is pretty good. This gives that asados a run for its money. Okay, that's tasty, but oh my God, this is number 5, and I'm getting absolutely stuffed. Did a little bite here with the pickled onions and little, like, looks like baby cilantro and that red salsa down in the bottom. Oh, ooh, that red salsa hits good. Oh, wow. Okay. Now I'm really torn. And with those kind of, I swear it's like micro cilantro. That is fantastic. It adds just a little sort of vegetal tang to it. Okay, this one's pretty tasty. If you do get this, I'm trying to avoid as much of the bun as possible, but there is a good deal of sauce soaked up into there. But dig down here around the sides and get into that red salsa. Holy cow, that's good. All right, next on the list, Uncork, California, for the Mickey-shaped macaron. The Mickey-shaped macaron. That's a chewy, gooey macaron with caramel ganache and chunks of Snickers bar, made with Snickers pieces, it said. Looks like it's topped with chopped peanuts. Let's give this a go. I decided to go with the macaron to try to mix it up from all these savory items and slip in a little something sweet. Oh my God. Okay. That's ridiculous. In all the good ways. I mean, I feel like I just ate half a Snickers bar in that one bite. I'm gonna try to get another bite with some of that caramel cream, but it's very Snickers prominent. Let's go for a bite here with some of that caramel ganache. Still loaded with Snickers bars. I think 2 bites is gonna do it for me on that one. It's good, don't get me wrong, and it's cold, which is nice, but it's just too much. Last on my list of walk-up booths, garlic kissed for the sirloin Gruyere, mac and cheese, black garlic chimichurri, garlic butter crunch, Fresno chili slices. This one definitely caught my eye early on when they were first showcasing the menu. So let's give her a taste and see how it is. All right, got a nice perfect bite there built up. Let's see how she goes. Okay. Ooh, that garlic crunch, that's kind of neat. Very strong chimichurri flavor. Steak's a little tough. I've had worse. Yeah, it's pretty good, but rich. This will be the second mac and cheese of the day. This is going to be a 2-bite wonder. Off to brave the crowds for my final Food and Wine Festival 2026 treat of the day. To Hollywood. The 5 and dime, always a pleasure. Last thing on the list, as I said, is not over where the rest of the little walk-up food carts are, but it is back here in Hollywood Studios backlot at DCA Catering Company. Excuse me, Studio Catering Company. Be advised that this item is listed incorrectly in both the festival guide and on your receipt. And there we have it, guys. The final item for today, the chicken mole waffle taco. I don't know. It's a spicy mole chicken wrapped in a waffle with white rice pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds, roasted pumpkin seeds, and sesame seeds. This is the one I have been looking forward to most all day, but I must say in person, and it may be just because this is number freaking 8, it doesn't look very appealing right now. And I scored a seat with a table. I can't believe it. First empty one I've seen with a seat all day. Alrighty, winners. Wish me luck. Okay. The waffle is crispy. And they did call it a waffle taco. It's sweet. Like honey maple syrup sweet. It's it's interesting. The sweet and sort of savory. You know, a lot of people think mole is a sweet sauce. It's not. It's made with Mexican chocolate, a little bit, not much. And Mexican chocolate is not extraordinarily sweet. It does have some sugar and some cinnamon in it. But it is this overall hits as a sweet dish. which is kind of not such a bad thing considering this is my last one of the day. Let's give her one more bite. A little more savory note on the chicken that time. But man, that waffle is really sweet. I mean, it's almost sugar cookie sweet, which I think throws the dish off just a little bit. I'm a fan of chicken and waffles, and I do like syrup with it, but I like my chicken spicier. This has a very subtle mole spice to it. Definitely not my favorite of the day. I did hear from that couple that I was sitting over there chatting with under the umbrellas that eating the items separately on their own might have been a better choice. So let's try that mole chicken by itself. Ooh, okay. The chicken is tender, juicy. I think it's probably thigh meat, which I like. The mole definitely comes through better with the chicken on its own, as I suppose it would. It's not a very strong mole flavor, but it's good. It's got a nice little back end spice kind of down the side of the tongue. Definitely better on its own. That waffle taco thing just overpowers the dish. It's just too sweet. I'm still definitely not going to call it my favorite of the day. That's probably a tie between that avocado torta. That was fantastic with the chicharron, or not chicharron, but with the carnitas, the pork, and that flank steak taco from the asados. That was phenomenal. So, oh, okay, I took another little piece of chicken while I was off camera. That's building the spice up a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of that heat there. Okay, so tasty, but boy, I'll tell you, it is just definitely not the hit that I had hoped it to be. There you can see how saucy the chicken is, though. But pretty tasty, but that taco just, it throws it off. It's like eating a spicy chicken taco served on a sugar cookie tortilla. I don't know, weird. Update on the temperature, just checked. 88 degrees. March 9th? 8th? March 8th, I think. 2026, 88 degrees. Check out this little card up here. We were here on a record-breaking day last week, 8 days ago. So check up here. Click that little card. You can see what we did when it was 96 freaking degrees in February. Well, gang, that is going to do it for the 2026 Food and Wine Festival at Disney's California Adventure. I am stuffed to the gills. I didn't eat half of what was offered. Like I said, I'm missing my partner in crime today that usually, sorry for the microphone there, that usually helps me tackle half that stuff. But some good stuff this year, man, some really good stuff, some tasty items. I was pretty impressed with a couple of things. So hooray for that. But that's probably gonna do it for today. Check out this video up here if you want to see how I tackled Disney in the absolute opposite of today, the pouring rain. But other than that, we're gonna call this one good for today, and we will see you winners later. Quick epilogue. I mean, come on, you guys. Would it be a Disney winter adventure if I didn't?